What's up folks, it's 2bricks, and today I'm very excited to be able to share with you the instructions for my AAT mock, my ultimate Playset Scale series AAT mock, both in Separatist and Trade Federation color schemes. So here you can see I have the Trade Federation one. I didn't actually physically build the Separatist version, but I did make a couple of very small changes to it, and then I did test build those changes to make sure that they would work just fine. So specifically just right here at the front, I ended up changing the way that this little oval shape is achieved. For those of you guys who didn't see the first video, I just quickly will recap for you. In addition to looking highly movie accurate, there's a full interior in here with control panels and everything like that. Room to fit one droid in here, and then a second up top in here. And then in the top hatch here, which opens, kind of movie accurately by splitting in two, you can also fit another droid sitting down in here, and he also gets a control panel. We have the adjustable cannon here, and then we also have the adjustable side cannons as well, so those can go up and down. And then let me just place everything back really quick. All right, now that it's reset, you can see here that it just slides around very easily on a clear flat base. The turret can be swiveled all the way around without tipping the tank over. And then also, like you can see in here, the kind of novel technique and very sturdy technique that I've used to get these torpedo tube launch holes here to be present in the design, just relying on ball joint pieces and this assembly. Very nice and sturdy, so you can pick the tank up from the front, absolutely no issues at all. I did forget to mention the opening back hatch there, which is to get your troops in and out within canonically. This part doesn't actually open on the real thing. And then yeah, you just have a very sturdy, very accurate looking tank. So I do have like I mentioned, the CIS Separatist version of the tank available. That is a separate, so you can choose which one you want to purchase the instructions for. They are listed separately. And then unfortunately, I did have an incident with my studio software where it inexplicably decided to stop letting me save files. So I wound up with a situation where I had to export the instructions and export all of the necessary items for the CIS color scheme before ultimately losing my file and having to close it down. So that is a real shame. But I did end up being able to actually finish out the design. So I will be including the regular Trade Federation color scheme studio file. Usually I like to include a studio file for every one of my instructions so that you can open that up and make your own modifications and everything. So I won't be able to do that for the CIS one, but I will also include the studio file for the regular Trade Federation version in that purchase as well. So at least you'll get some version of the tank which you can mess around with if you so choose. So yeah, that's kind of that. And I did have the foresight to record a little segment before I closed down my file to show you guys what the CIS version of the tank looks like from all sides before inevitably having to lose that file. So here that segment is now. All right, folks. So given the unfortunate situation with my with my AAT modification here, and how I do very much face the prospect of losing this file as soon as I close the program down, I'm just going to take this opportunity while I have it open to tumble around it and show you guys some of the things that I did, some of the changes that I made in order to get the CIS color scheme to work. So a couple of things that I just had to change were just due to parts availability. So for example, here on these cannon struts, there were ingot pieces in the front instead of tiles. Those ingot pieces had to be changed because they're not available in dark blue. Mostly though, it's color swaps, and then the only real kind of notable aesthetic difference is this dish right here, which takes the place of the assembly with the mud guards that I have on the tan version. I always wanted to try to capture more of an oval-like shape for that particular piece of detailing, but obviously for the CIS version here, it's much more important to get the dark blue and then the gray circle in the middle of that. And so that's what I have going on here, and I think that it works pretty darn well for what it is, and all I had to do is basically just remove the mudguard pieces and replace those with 2x2 plates on the sides here, and then attaching these dishes the same exact way that I attached the other assembly, the rounded assembly for the other build. So that's very nice and simple. Other things include stuff like mold differences. So this down here is a Technic half pin as opposed to the 3/4 pin, which comes in tan. Obviously that particular mold is not available in light bluish gray, so just stuff like that. But other than that, it's pretty much just a purely aesthetic color swap. This is what you'd call, I guess, the realistic, or I guess live action Clone Wars version of this ship. So, it's got the much more sort of movie accurate shaping. Down here we have the actual kind of nice sculpted front rather than that sort of simplified rounded off shape that we get in the Clone Wars animated show. And other than that, like I said, pretty much just purely a color swap, and a pretty accurate one, I think, according to what I've seen in the Clone Wars show, for the most part, other than, like I said, that tiny bit of shaping difference. And then I think you can go ahead and probably place your CIS stickers that have the gray stickers that have the CIS logo on them. You could either, if you have the sticker sheet, place the sticker. If you've never stuck it down before, you can put it onto this 2x4 tile here, or even right on the side of this slope right here, if you want to be extra accurate about it. I think that the CIS logo should probably be right around this spot right here. Or you could, if you already have the sticker stuck, you can take the 2x2 tile that's stuck onto, and you can place it right here, and then you can remove this tile, the 2x4, and then you can place a second tile of 2x2 right next to it in the, obviously, just regular gray, and then you'll have yourself the CIS logo stuck down here on the design, and that works very, very well. So overall, I think this is a really great, really effective, simplistic switcheroo of my other design, and I'm really happy with how it turned out overall, and hopefully you guys get a kick out of it, because this one was a fun one to do. It's just such a shame that I'm probably not going to be able to save this file. I did obviously make sure to export the instructions and the parts list, so all that remains now is to see if I can actually salvage the digital model or not. So fingers crossed for me that I get a recovery file out of this, and if not, then just, oh well. And that's going to about do it for today, guys. So thank you once again for tuning in and for all of the support. If you do choose to purchase instructions, it really, really helps out the channel. It helps me to achieve all of my various different mock making goals. It allows me to continue to produce videos and things for you guys as my full-time job, which is something that I've definitely never taken for granted and never will take for granted. It's my dream job to be able to do this for you guys. So I really, really appreciate all of the support that I know that I will receive from all of you, and you get a pretty sweet AAT tank in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video, and may the force be with you.